Hey guys, this is Lavathor. We're back in Legacies of Veridocia. We're beginning going over issues I have with the game. This can be bugs or things that haven't been implemented or just things I don't like. We're going to be talking over those. Let's get in the beginning one here with the main menu, or rather just the sound in general. Start with some sound issues I have. I have the volume turned down. If I turn it all the way up to normal, which is this, you guys can't hear. And there's no way to adjust the sound until you actually start the game. In fact, if you skip this using the enter key, get to this main menu, the sound, I have it turned down for you guys in my recording software, it's still super loud. So even during this, you guys can't change it. And it's not until you actually go and start a new game or load a game that you can actually change that. And even through this main chapter 1, you gotta read through that. Yeah. And here you can actually open the menu to change the volume for Noah. We'll turn it all the way down. But if you turn it all the way down, it's still not working. If I turn this back up, you can see the volume's still incredibly loud. And it doesn't actually change until you guys get to the first, scene, which is here, where the volume kicks in. There's a few other places where the volume breaks out. When you're casting magic, the volume, even if you turn it down using the menu and the arrow keys, it still is loud, which I'll show you an example right here. And it sounds quiet here, but if I go ahead and cast some magic, you guys will see that the magic is insanely loud. It's not reduced down to 10. And yeah, that's the same for, I think, basically all magic. Also, when you level up, if your character levels up and you have the sound turned down, it also doesn't work. Here we have the volume down to 6, and Hoon should level up from killing this guy. And you'll see the level up sounds quite loud compared to the rest of everything else. Ooh, there we go. Also, you can't change the sound during attack scenes, which you can open the menu, but you can't change it, which I think is odd. So another issue with the sound is you can't change it during attack scenes. So if I hit enter here, it pauses it, which is amazing. I love that you can pause it here, but the arrow keys don't work, which I think is odd. Okay, we're at the second battle where you get Olivia and Craig, who are just amazing. I love this battle. I love the splitness. But anyways, my issue here is the guard captain, the Irium captain, way over here at the end, who leads all these guys. He's really cool. I love him. I think he's amazing. I don't know why. I just really like this guy. Don't tell my wife. But his first introduction here, Olivia or Craig can just one-shot him, which I just don't like. I love having all these guys that I'm just mow through, but like it doesn't matter that he's a little bit better than them. Level 3 versus like level 1, because they still do, whether it's level 1 or level 3 or level 7 can instant kill him. My suggestion is take the captain and either replace these 2 soldiers up here, or do their captain and 1 soldier. Yeah, I think the captain instead of these 2 soldiers then would be really cool. It'd make a much better introduction for him, and actually have like a little mini boss that the main heroes have to get through. I mean, they could handle him. They could gang up on him and be the final little thing. And I think that would be a much better way to introduce such a cool character, and has a great little... I don't know. He just has amazing music, and he just looks so cool, and everything about him is awesome. And I think he doesn't get justice being down here. So yeah, that's my issue, and a solution for it as well. Okay, here's a little one that bugs me, is when you miss for an attack and do nothing, you do 0 damage, the guy dodges, you miss, you still get 1 experience. But if you go and heal, and you heal for nothing, you gain 0 experience. What's the deal? I think in the old Shine First 1 and 2, you used to be 10 experience, but it should at least be 1. I think it should be 10, so you can... Sharna already has enough of an issue leveling up. It took a bit to get her to 8, especially not doing a whole lot of damage. Don't take away spam healing. Give her 1 experience at least, but I think it should be 10, or whatever the going rate is for when she normally heals. Since we have Sharna here, let's go and talk about her spell she gets at level 8, Cyclone. if you look at here, Heal, it has bars for level 1 and 2, but Cyclone doesn't. Now you can still select it and cast it, but if you try and rearrange or move around, the game will glitch out on you a bit. But yeah, it still works. It just is visual glitch, and I know the devs already know about this, but I do want to mention it anyways as an issue because it is there. Okay, this one's been a hard one to record, but basically whenever a range unit, for example this centaur here, attacks through multiple guys, it'll show the first one, even though it's not the one he's attacking. What I mean by that is the bottom will show a little person he's targeting, and it'll show the one person. So he should attack Noah, and it should like say Sharna or something. Let's see if we get him to do it this time. Actually, it showed Eddie. Oddly, I got it paused, but see there, the way the targeting reticle worked is went down and over and up. But it's on Noah. It's obviously attacking Noah, but it's saying Eddie, and we'll see that he actually attacks Noah. Oops, that's not Eddie. So that's just a little minor thing that kind of bugs me a little bit. Okay, another one. It's more of just something we need to add in. But on here, it tells move type normal and gold and all that, but it doesn't say how many times Sharna has died, which I need to know. Sharna, I need to know how many times you've died, and it doesn't tell me how many times who's gotten kills. I want the death counter and the kill counter. Come on, guys. Come on, where's my death and kill counters? I need them. I need to know how many times Sharna's died and how many kills Hood's got. I need that. Egress is an amazing spell that doesn't get used a lot, but one way you should be able to use it is if you're on the overmap or somewhere and you want to travel back to the last priestess you talked to or saved with, you should be able to go to the menu and go over to magic and do it. But you can't. You can't. You can't use magic outside of battle, which you should be able to, especially Egress. Egress needs to be used for instant teleportation to get around easier. Give me Egress, guys. So weapons are super dynamic in Legacies of Veridocia. For example, just the couple examples they give you is with Noah, he has the short sword or the short blade and other crappy weapons we talk about. But yeah, so here in the menu, when you look at them, one has more damage than the other, and that's about it. But if you go to equip the short blade, and you have to go all the way out here to the hero and go here, you can see his counter is 5. But if we go all the way back over here and switch up the other weapon that does slightly less damage and go back to here, his counter is now 10. So obviously that weapon has a better counter. And then the devs have also told me that the other weapon, one of them has a higher minimum damage. That stuff should be explained in some fashion. However, if you don't want to explain that and then you want it to be a discovery thing, that's fine. That's fine. But I don't think that's what's going on here. I'm fine with you people wanting to have to dive and discover. And when you go to save the game, it kind of goes through pretty quickly. Just click save. And it's like, did she save? I always double save because I'm never sure. You go save game, your progress will be saved, and that's it. It should be save game, your progress will be saved, and then the line, go your progress was saved. Just that second line, even if it's part of the same text, honestly, another bubble where she pops up a second time and says your progress was saved. I know it's an extra couple seconds, but I think it would just make it feel better and feel like the game was actually saved. Very small little detail, but just one I wanted to bring up. Okay, I have a little bit of issue with the Darkling Ooze. His animations, sequences, whatever you want to call them, are a little iffy. Here it looks wonderful, looks great, but when you add in his attack, it kind of, see right there at the end, it blends back in. The blending looks like it's the attack is a little bit laid over. It's a very small detail, but it just kind of bugs me. And his bone going back in doesn't finish before it reverts back to his other thing, and I think just a little bit extra blending would make that look really nice. So Tyson doesn't show wrist spikes on his animation, and it kind of bothers me. However, the devs have already shown me that they have fixed this, and I'll show that next, but I did want to mention it because the current demo doesn't have it. Ah, beautiful. Tyson, you look much better with those. So I've also had some issues where saving the game, quitting, and coming back out has given me issues. It's started to show because I currently have been using this to manipulate through different battles and stuff, so I don't want to save up my game to show that. Um, However, it's been an issue. For example, in the third battle where we got Eddie, I had saved at the beginning of the battle, and then when I loaded it, it started the cutscene over. Like it went back a bit and started over, and I have other things, so it's hard to show that, but I've had some issues with saving and continuing, and yeah, so that's another issue I've had that I think he's worked out. I think the issue comes with saving during battles particularly, but I've been having issues with saving altogether. It's just a little hard to showcase. And for the fourth battle, halfway through, the hunter doesn't do it where I'm going to show, as well as some of the enemies when you rescue Eddie, they just sit there and do nothing unless you get right up to attack them. And they don't really attack, and they're not really aggressive, and I think they need to be. Okay, just want to kind of touch here a bit. I have one more um, big issue I want to talk about before I show you the final one. I have one final big issue that I think is probably the worst issue in the game. Like it literally breaks the game. But before I show that, I wanna talk a bit first. So I've gone over a lot of things that are wrong with the game or things I have issues with. I've probably missed a lot. I've probably gone over a few too fast, not fully explained. That's fine. If you have any other issues that you guys have found, bugs or things you don't like, post in the comment. If you have any issues, the ones I mentioned, please post in the comment. I'd love to hear. Love to hear. However, that being said, let's make sure that we give credit to the developers. The people that have been working on Legacies of Veridocia and all the hard work they put into it is amazing. For every issue I have, there's probably 30 things I love about the game, or 50 things I think amazing. I mean, I've been playing this game basically non-stop for a month, and literally 4 battles. So I don't. This video is not meant to be hateful, not to be throwing any sort of shade at you guys or putting you guys down. It is meant just to be, here's some constructive criticism for an amazing game that I think could be just improved in these couple little ways. Now, with that being said, I'm not a programmer. I'm not a developer. I don't know that they're working some of these things. They may be very hard to fix. They may be issues that they are working on or some have already fixed, and they'd rather focus on making the game and fixing bugs later. That's fine. No problem. Cool, cool, cool. We're all good. But I did just kind of want to go over things that I found in the game. But definitely, everyone make sure you give tons of credit to the developers and all the amazing work put into such an amazing game. However, with that being said, let's get into the final bug, the final issue. It's game breaking. It's in the final town after you get crewed. You go into here, and this little cutscene loads. And you go through, blah, blah, blah. They talk. Yeah. Talk about staying in someone's house. Let's get past it. It's past. And the game ends. It just ends. Worst bug ever. You know, they should definitely fix that. So that's my little joke. Is that the biggest issue is that the game doesn't continue on. Please, guys, make more. I need more. I need more so bad. I need more so bad. Please bring me more. Anyways, after my little beg there, I hope you guys like this video. Again, mention things in the comment that you have issues with or that you ones don't. And please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I'm trying to grow my channel. And I'll see you guys later.